Kaiju Arisen, we're gonna be ranking the best Kaijus all the way to the worst, and basically seeing which Kaiju rules in Roblox. Now, when I say which Kaiju rules, I kind of just mean which one I like the best. This is strictly opinion-based. So if you have a different opinion, it is okay, guys. First of all, let me show you the characters we're using. Literally, all of them. And we're just gonna kind of go up the line and give them a ranking from S tier all the way down to D tier, and actually, here's the list right here. You can see we've got S to D, and you can see we've got all the characters in the game, even Godzilla's thermonuclear and supercharged version. So we are not leaving anybody out today. First of all, what would you guys give Knifehead? Now, I know he's not like a Godzilla Kaiju, my boy is from Pacific Rim, but an overall Kaiju, especially in this game, I think he's decent. Would I say he's any good? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't use him a lot, so I can't really say he's great or anything. But I mean, he's got some okay moves, maybe some decent combos. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments where you would put Knifehead. As a roaring standpoint, we can't spend too much time on every character. There's a pretty good amount of them. For a roar though, he does have one of the coolest roars. I mean, he just sounds ferocious. Hey, yo, time out, my boy Gotta Go Fast and you're my favorite. Hey, big shout out to my boy. And actually, Godzilla Ultima, I think he's gonna be probably one of the best in today's video. But as far as Knifehead, where would you guys put him on the list? Let me at least show some moves. We got the number 1 move. We saw it a little bit earlier. It was just a little bite thing. Got the number 2, not very strong. Number 3 is a double bite. And then we got number 4, which is like a, a knife head thing. So, I mean, like I said, he doesn't have great, fantastic moves. But look at that little combo with the F to the left click. Macherno Alpha's gonna destroy Knifehead, and it's valid. Here we go, too. I'm getting jumped already in the... Bro, this is the first Kaiju we're using, and your boy's already getting jumped. Now, I don't know what his special ability... Does he have a special? Let's see. Okay, he does. It's the X move, and I totally... Okay, well, you gotta hit somebody with it, but we're not gonna see his X move. We're actually just gonna go ahead and rank him. I mean, is he the worst? No. Is he the best? No. So I think we're gonna stick him in the B category. Now, next up, we've got a guy that... Oh, there you go. I just spawned Godzilla. Let me relax. Okay, like I was saying, we've got this man right here. Well, let me get body slammed real quick. All right, like I was trying to say, we've got the second evolution of Shin Godzilla here. Now, if we're going off of like a power scale, or honestly, just whoever we like the best in this game, he's not gonna have a very high score for me. And also, I don't think his moves are very strong, as they shouldn't be. This is not the final form of Shin Godzilla, so it shouldn't be that strong regardless. But you know what, since this guy's just wanting to fight me, and I'm just trying to chill, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit him with the ultimate move. Now, I will say his ultimate move is kind of cool. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, but, for what it is, for what we are, I think it suits him pretty well. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting jumped from all angles here. Like, look, I've got Chainsaw Man Mecha G, a regular Godzilla, and a gold Godzilla, all just fighting your boy. So what I think we're gonna do is go ahead and rank this man while they have their fun, because I'm going straight D category. All right, now we got my boy Lance Angel over here. I'm not gonna lie, I've never even used this character. Normally in Kaiju Arisen, he had he was too much for me to buy. But in Kaiju Arisen testing, every one of them are free, so we can make this video. Now, his moves, I don't know if they're very fast. Like, I've tried to hit the number 1 and the number 2 move, and they seem like they're very slow. And like I just said, I've never used this character, so I don't really even know what he can do. I mean, hey, though, I just tossed a Godzilla. That's kind of sick. But watch this. His number 1 move, it does take a pretty good amount of time to actually be able to land. And then the same for number 2. Like, look, Godzilla has all the time in the world to be able to just grab me. So from that standpoint, it isn't the greatest, but if you're just doing some combos and you know how to use that number 1 and 2 move, you can toss Godzilla across the map. Imagine if we beat Godzilla, though. Hold up. Come on, there you go. I finally hit that number 1 move. It's kind of like the same thing as the throw move, but he doesn't throw them, if that makes sense. Let's try the... Oh, number 2 doesn't really want to work for me right now either. What about the F move? Wait, I've done that like 3 times. That's the grab and then the throw. Watch. Goodbye, Godzilla. I think that's probably my favorite move, and honestly, I don't think it does. Wait a minute. We've done a good amount of damage to my boy Godzilla already, and we almost have our charge all the way up, I just noticed. So what we're gonna do is wait until we get this charge before we rank this character, because, I want to be fair to him. Maybe some of you guys out there really like this character, so you know what? We're gonna give him a fair shot. Speaking of fair shot, here I go getting jumped again. We've got a gold Godzilla, and this big fella right here, normal Godzilla, but I'm tossing him again. You hear what I'm saying? Goodbye, Godzilla. And actually, we just gotta hit this man one more time, And there we go. We've dropped down a Godzilla the first time I've ever played with this character. And to be honest with you, it's about time to use that X, the special move, while he's trying to hit his move. I don't know what this is about to do, but let's see. We're gonna go ahead and control lock. What just happened? I don't think that special move did anything at all. Like, did it? Wait a minute. Did I grow like an extra face or something, or am I tripping? Like, I don't really know what this did. Maybe it made me stronger. Hey, yo, the 2 move is kind of sick if you can land it. Did it switch my moves or anything? No, I don't think it switched moves. Oh, okay, it definitely switched my moves because that was the F move, and I've never seen that one. What about the number 1 move? Well, I'm not gonna know because I can't hit it. Overall, man, I'd say this character's decent. Is it the best? Definitely not. But is it the worst? Definitely not. What about the roars, though? Let's hear what he has to say. Oh, by the way, it was the face. Like, now I only have one little face there. So whatever happened, it kind of changed my face and maybe just switched up the moves a little bit. So if I had to rank them on the first time I've ever played with them, I'd go A tier. You know, I'm not going to go B. I'm not going to go S. We'll stick him in A. Mainly because if you can learn some combos with him, I feel like he'd be really strong. Off to the next Kaiju, though. All right, next Kaiju, we got my boy Cherno Alpha. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not the best with Cherno, but I know some people are very good with him and people like him a lot. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna rank him just yet, but I am gonna go ahead and do a little fight with my boy Godzilla -1 here, just to see what we can do with Cherno. I feel like the first time I used him, I was kind of cheeks. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, here we go. Hey, if you use control lock, oh, speaking of good characters, Ava right there, probably the best character, at least one of the best characters in the game. So if that doesn't give it away, well, we're gonna be ranking Ava very high later on in this video. But for right now, let's focus on my boy Cherno and let him do some damage. I feel like Cherno Alpha is very slow. I feel like that's the one critique I have with Cherno Alpha is that he's just extremely slow. But his moves, they do come back relatively fast. So if you can learn some combos with Cherno, maybe he's pretty solid for you. Like I said, though, I've seen people use Cherno and they're actually really good with him. But they've also been playing this game for probably a long time, ever since it came out. So, you know, you play with a character long enough, you could probably get pretty good with him. And that does include Cherno. I will say, though, his special, his ultimate move, that X move, I'm going to go ahead and hit it. It is pretty good. Isn't that like the chest or the fire cannons or whatever? Yeah, so if you hit that and they do happen to be right in front of you, it does do a pretty solid amount of damage. Like, for example, if I'm hitting Godzilla -1, you can see his HP is like a quarter left at the moment. So it's definitely good, but like I said before, is it the best? No. Is it the worst? No. So where would you rank Cherno Alpha on your list? Let me know where you would rank every Kaiju on your list, especially if you have like a different opinion than me. There we go. We did drop down at Godzilla -1. So let's hear a roar real quick, or whatever Cherno Alpha has. Pretty much just a battle cry. Bro, look at me getting double beamed over here by Mecha G. Oh, and surprise, surprise, this Godzilla Golden that's been chasing me all video is back. But I think it's about time we go ahead and rank Cherno anyways. Personally, I think I'm going to put him in the B category. I think he could be an A, but for me, he's going to be B because I don't use him a lot. And I just kind of feel like he was slow, but like I said, I don't use him. Next Kaiju. Next Kaiju we have here is Magma Mutant. I can't lie to you, I don't know if I've ever used this Kaiju. Ava, what are you doing, bro? If you want to fight, let's get this money. At the same time, I don't really want to fight you. Hold up. This guy might have some pretty solid moves. But against Ava, I'm not sure if they're even gonna matter. Like, Ava's probably one of the strongest Kaijus, or whatever you want to call it, in the game. So, I'm not gonna pick that fight. Let's go ahead and just hear roar. Let's hear my boy Magma real quick. I forgot his actual name. If you could tell me what this Kaiju is actually called, let me know in the comments. Because I know he's in Project Kaiju too, but I always forget his name. So somebody let me know. The roars were kind of average. They weren't anything crazy. They weren't bad. And his fighting, his number 2 move is kind of sick. I don't know what the 3 is. Let me see. Okay, it's basically a roll. So number 2 and number 3, you could hit like back to back and do a pretty good amount of like travel distance, if that makes sense. For example, here, I'm gonna hit the number 1 move. Then we're gonna go number 2 and watch. You can kind of travel with them. And then I don't have 3 loaded up, but now I do. So we're gonna hit him, hit the number 3 move. Hey, yo, this guy might actually be pretty good if you can land some combos. This guy's just walking around like stabbing me. I don't really know what's going on with this man. He's just kind of running through the city, stabbing me with his knife and then running. Like, why is my man running? My boy, fight me. There we go. Hit a little combo here. Number 2 to the number 3 like I was talking about. Unless you get hit. You know, if you get stabbed like that, nothing you can do. But one thing you can do is hit an ultimate move right here. which you pretty much, you know, shock everybody that's near you. You light them on fire, you surprise them, and here I go. People have caught up to me again, and I'm about to get jumped. I don't know if there's like a challenge to like stab somebody and run, but this guy with Ava, that's literally all he's doing. Now he's crawling around. Oh, I've got another Ava on me too. This is probably not good for me, but hey, we're going for it right now. And we're about to beat an Ava with my boy, whatever his name is, Mr. Lava Man. Oh, he's trying to run away. All we got to do is hit this man one more time and he's dead. There we go. All right, we have dropped down an Ava with this Kaiju. Really did not expect to do that, actually. And we're going to go ahead and hit the X move, a.k.a. the ultimate move, one more time. He said, we got you, Cappy. Oh, my bad, bro. I had to check out the move one more time, but I do appreciate you not jumping me over here. Much love to these two guys. And as far as a grade for Mr. Lava Man right here, what would you guys give him? Me personally, I think he's got some pretty solid combos and some pretty cool moves. I'm going to give him A tier. So at least for me, that was a pretty surprising grade. What about the octopus? We got the giant guy over here. I don't know how I would rank him, really. He is fun to use, I'll give him that. But as far as from like a battle standpoint, I don't really know where you would rank him. To be honest with you, he's not the strongest. As you can see his health in the bottom left, he's only got 1100. And I don't know how much everybody else has, but it kind of seems low to me. So first, let's go ahead and try to fight a Godzilla. All right, I'm turning into food for this man. Timeout. But like I said, he does have some pretty cool moves and he's fun to use. What about the roar? Let's see. We've got the... Okay, that just sounds weird. And he actually did make a Godzilla run away from us. So, hey, maybe he's very good. Okay, let's be real. He's not very good. But like I said, he's fun to use. And some of his moves could be dangerous. Like, let's try the number 3 real quick. You just launch at somebody, grab him, and you do a pretty solid amount of damage. Nothing crazy. I just realized that Godzilla had, like, no health. That's why he ran. And here we go. I am now getting jumped. Surprise, surprise. You know what, Evolved Godzilla? Get over here. Me and you are battling it right now. Hey, I can tell you one thing. If the octopus defeats Evolved Godzilla, I'm going to give him an S tier off the rip. I'm not even going to think about it. But I think I'm going to try this ultimate move real quick, actually. Let's see what this does. I don't really know what it does. Oh, okay. So it's a giant ink splatter everywhere. And I don't even know if I hit anybody with it, to be honest. As far as an ultimate move, I don't really think that one is good. Definitely not the best ultimate move. But, you know, once again, I've said it like 4 times. He's fun to use, man. If you're just trying to have some fun, you're not really trying to grind or anything. The octopus is pretty cool. And honestly, I'm about to die already. And you know, he's a tiny man. He tried his best. So for that, I think I'm gonna give him a C. He's not the best, not the worst, and he's fun. All right, we're gonna speed it up a little bit here. We got Gigan. A lot of you already know this guy is actually very good in this game too. Got the number 1 move. You can kind of teleport, do your thing. Number 2 is like a dash move again. Number 3, gotta be close to use it. And number 4, which is like a grab. And his ultimate, I don't remember the last time I used Gigan, so I don't know what it is, but let's just go ahead and test it real quick. I don't really know. Oh, okay, so you launch at somebody, and if you grab them, I'm pretty sure that's gonna do a good amount of damage. So let me know in the comments where you would rank Gigan, where you would put him. We're not gonna be fighting with Gigan because there's literally no one near me, and I don't feel like walking for an age and a half, so I already know where I'm going to put him. He's a solid character. He's going S. You could definitely make an argument for A, though. So, you know, if you put him in A, I totally agree. I get you. But I've seen too many people that are really good with this character. In your all's opinion, where would you put Godzilla -1? I feel like his moves are a little bit too slow for my personal taste. You know, if you know some combos with him, maybe you like him a little bit more. I like that move where you throw him off the spikes. You know, it looks cool. And his atomic breath, definitely still one of the best in the game. And it's one of the best atomic breaths of all time. But I mean, overall in this game, hey, yo, hold up. That skin's actually sick with that Kaiju. Like I was saying, though, overall in this game, I'm not going to give him a super high grade. But maybe I do because of his atomic breath. But I feel like with Godzilla -1, if you're fighting anybody with speed, even Godzilla, like legendary Godzilla, you're probably gonna lose. So I'm already gonna rank this man. For some reason, he's actually not even in this tier list, but just know I'd probably put Godzilla -1 in like the B to C category. Probably B though, because he's not the same as the octopus. Now here we have a Kaiju that is super solid in this game. Is he really good for like new players? Maybe not. But if you use them enough and you learn some combos and you can tie in that, you know, the fact that you can launch away from people as well, this Kaiju right here, aka, you know, Kiryu, he could be very solid. And would you look at that, we've got a Godzilla -1 over here wanting to fight us. Probably not a good idea for him. Godzilla -1 versus Kiryu. Kiryu would definitely win. There's not even an option here. Unless you know how to use Godzilla -1 very well, I just don't really see it happening. Okay, here we go. Cherno is jumping Godzilla -1 with me. I'm gonna go this way. We're not gonna be using him long anyway. Let's go ahead and hit the roar with my boy Kiryu. Just see what it looks like and sounds like. You know, pretty average. You've got the T-roar as well. You know, obviously a little better because you can move with it. Overall grade for Kiryu, though, especially if you know how to use him, I'm gonna go ahead and rank him. He's also gonna be going in S tier. Like I said with Gigan, he could be in A or S. Let me know where you would put him in the comments. I'm keeping him in S. But for my boy Kiryu, you gotta show him some respect, bro. This is one of the best Mechagodzillas, in my opinion. Kiryu takes the S tier. Hopping over to another form of Mechagodzilla, we got the MonsterVerse 2021 version here. And to be honest with you, in this game, this is my favorite Mechagodzilla. I think he's super good. Oh, by the way, if you see a Kiryu that looks like that, he's probably pretty good in this game. If it's like a black and gold Kiryu, you already know my boy's been using him, and he's probably pretty solid. But with this Godzilla, with this Mechagodzilla, I think we could win, to be honest. I mean, I just really like all the moves that Mechagodzilla has. And once again, especially if you know how to use this kaiju, you're gonna be very good with them, bro. You can do the grab move, tie in the #1 move with the kick, and then launch at him with the #4 move. If you know, you know. I'm not here to teach you tutorials on how to use this guy today. What we are here to do is check him out and rank him. Honestly, I already know where I'm gonna rank him without even having a fight. But we're gonna go ahead and stick Mechagodzilla in S tier because, like I said, he's my favorite Mechagodzilla, and I think he can beat every other Mechagodzilla in this game. So inevitably, if I'm putting, you know, Kiryu in S tier, it's only right that I put Mechagodzilla there as well. Let me know where you would put him in the comments. Maybe you're, you know, you think a little different. Now, we're probably not gonna beat this Kiryu because we've been getting hit by everybody over here. But as you can see, we did get him down to a pretty low amount of HP, but we died Mechagodzilla's S tier regardless. Next up, we've got one of the most OP kaijus or monsters or mechanical beasts, whatever you want to call them, in this game. It's gonna be Eva, and to be honest, I think it's probably the best kaiju in the game. Now, have I used them a lot? No. But just watching people use it and the fact that it's got 99 speed, brother, it's absolutely insane. Let me know where you would rank Eva in the comments. But me, I already told you where he's gonna go. We're gonna fight. Let's just do a little fight with him first, just to kind of show you what he could do. And then afterwards, we'll give him a little rank. Currently, we're just gonna be fighting a Mechagodzilla, you know, another mechanical beast here. But afterwards, we're gonna give him the rank and see where, you know, he ranks against everybody else. You already know where he's going, but I do want to see Eva's special move, because I don't know if I've seen that or not. And if I have seen it, I don't remember it. We're gonna mix in some roars here. We're gonna do some things to get our points up. And look at that, we done switched. I don't even know how to switch to like the gun move and stuff like that in this game, but I know you can do it. Like I said, I don't know how. I don't know how to take out the knife. I don't know much about Eva in this game. Haven't played with him a lot, but as you can see, Mechagodzilla's health already down to 1/4. We have been absolutely dominating this man. And Godzilla's trying to jump as well, but we're not getting him in this fight. You already know what's happening, man. Eva is absolutely destroying. I did just take out the gun, so let me see if I can use... Oh, here we go. So now I'm using it. I don't know how I'm doing it, but we're about to drop off Mechagodzilla if we hit him one more time. And there we go. We dropped off Mechagodzilla, and we got Godzilla roaring over here. I'm going to go ahead and roar a couple times just to get this meter all the way built up, and then we can see the move. By the way, Eva, you need to fix them teeth, big fella. Let's go ahead and see the X move one time for the one time. Oh, the X is when you take out the knife. Okay. So with Eva, if you get to the point where you can take out the knife, he gets very good. I would imagine Eva could beat probably anyone with this knife. So that's what that guy was doing to me earlier when he took out the knife and was stabbing me and running. That's pretty much all he was trying to do. So when you get that, I don't know if you get a speed boost or not, but, I mean, you get some different moves, you get the knife, and, well, you can probably destroy anybody, like I said. So, personally, with speed, with strength, with the looks, everything, we're going S tier. We've had 3 or 4 S tiers in a row. Let's switch it up a little bit. Hopping over to a Mechagodzilla that I don't really like in this game. It's the very first show of Mechagodzilla, but... you know, I don't personally like him. You know, he's got some decent moves, I guess, if you kind of learn the combos. But for me personally, I've only used him a few times, and in those few times, I've been obliterated with him. So, like, he hasn't left a very good impression on me. I mean, that move's kind of cool. I don't know if it actually works because I'm still getting bodied around it. But his X move is very cool. You know, it's that move where everything releases. You got all the lasers, the rockets, everything going absolutely insane. So he does have one of the coolest ultimate moves, I'll give him that. But as far as an overall kaiju, I kind of have his rank already in my mind. And like I said, your all's rank could be different. Just kind of let me know where you would do it different in the comments. I think you could put him in the A tier, but for me, because I don't use him a lot, I'm going B tier. But like I said, easily could be an A tier kaiju. I'm trying to speed this up so this video isn't an hour long for you. We're over here with Gorosaurus now. Now, the Gorosaurus, is he terrible? No. Is he really good? Like, no. You don't see a lot of people using this kaiju in this game. At least I haven't. I don't think actually I've ever seen anybody use Gorosaurus in any fights that I've been in. So like that should probably tell you that he's not very good. You know, people aren't maining this kaiju, which means that, you know, maybe he's not that great. I am going to try out his X move because I've never seen it. So we're going to try that out on this Godzilla right here that's just roaring at me. Let's go ahead and see. We're going to hit it when he's done roaring. Let's see what it does. I'm just going to hit X and okay, he digs under the ground. Okay, I have seen this before. I just didn't know it was a thing. We're going to launch from the ground, even though he's blocking, and you can kind of start a little chain combo with it. So, like, terrible? No. And actually, we're going to drop off this Godzilla because he doesn't have a lot of HP. He was shaking his head no, but I'm sorry, brother. I've got to do this. We've got to get Gorosaurus at least one body in today's video. And there we go. Gorosaurus, let's hear that roar for your body one time for the one time. Give it up for my boy. Now, where would you grade him? This is the issue right here. If we grade him in the B category, I'm gonna have to move this Showa Mecha G up to A. I think he fits there, and I think Gorosaurus is a little worse than Showa, so I'm gonna go that. By the way, since we spawned over here, it is going down. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, get another kaiju. Next kaiju we got here is none other than legendary Godzilla, and this is probably my favorite kaiju to use in this game. I love the combos you can do with the legendary G. I love his moveset. And I mean his roar. You already know it's iconic, man. It's the iconic Godzilla roar. So you guys can let me know where you would rank him in the comments. I kind of want to put myself up to the test. We got a gold Godzilla right here. Should we just try to fight him? Yeah, let's try to fight him. Gold Godzilla versus a regular Godzilla. Let's see who wins. He's going to come at me. Wait, why would he run that way? I'm just going to do the same thing, except grab you, big fella. Go ahead and hit an atomic breath to the chest. He's probably not trying. Yeah, I don't think this guy's trying to fight. You already know, you've seen legendary Godzilla fight, though. You know, we've made videos on it before, so you kind of already know what he's about. He's a savage, and his ultimate move, you can't use it until you get that meter built, which is like the supercharged form, which is the Hollow Earth Quarry. And then you have the thermonuclear Godzilla, who's obviously the best one. So if we're ranking them, and because they're separate down here, I'm going to go Godzilla in A tier. And then I think I'm going to go Supercharged in S along with Thermo in S. I personally like both of them a lot. I think Thermo's a little bit better than Supercharged, but Supercharged is not an A tier. We got to keep them both in S. All right, next up on the list, we have Jet Jaguar over here. Combo-wise, very good. He does have some good combos if you can kind of learn them and do your thing with them. Me personally, I don't play with them a lot, so I'm not like super familiar with them. But I do know that he has some very good combos. And his ultimate move, I'm pretty sure it's really sick, right? Hold on, let me go ahead and do it, actually. We got a Godzilla right here in front of us. Okay, yeah, there's the ultimate move. And personally, I think that's one of the best, bro. Because if they, like, stay in this area, I'm pretty sure they just continuously take damage, right? I could be wrong, but with all these spikes sticking out of the ground, I think they keep taking damage. And for example, this Godzilla right here, yeah, he's continuing to take damage. So if you can... Well, he's already dead. If you can, fight somebody in this little area right here when you hit the X move, and you'd be able to do some solid continuous damage to some kaijus. Now, where I'm putting him on the list here, I think I'm going A tier. I don't think he's B, C, or D. I think A is kind of the right place for him. Off to the nuclear ancestor himself, the very first Godzilla. We got Gojira here. Am I going to rank him high? Probably not. I already know where I'm going to rank him. I mean, the first of anything normally isn't really good, unless it's like a movie. You know, sequels are kind of bad sometimes. The first is normally better. But for this one, you know, being made in the 1900s and, you know, mid-1900s, it wasn't the greatest. You know, the moves aren't the best, but his X move in this game, I think it's kind of cool. You know, it covers a wide distance. You know, it's a wide atomic breath straight towards the ground. So if you got it aimed at somebody kind of in front of you, maybe to the right or left, it can do some good damage. Am I going to spend a lot of time with him? Probably not. I'm going to go ahead and rank him in the B. Because like I said, I don't think he's the worst. I don't think he's the best. We're going middle of the pack. All right, hopping over to one of my favorite Godzillas. So we do have the Heisei Godzilla here. I don't remember if this guy actually has a burning mode in this game or not. I know we got Thermo Godzilla with Legendary, But I don't know if we have burning with Heisei. I don't think they do since they didn't add it in the tier list, so I'm just gonna go off a ranking of this normal kaiju. Personally, I don't use him a lot in this game, but he has some decent moves. And, you know, the number 1 attack, number 2 where you kind of just run at him, and then the number 3 with the kick, and of course, you already know we have to hit that F move and see the atomic breath. What's a Godzilla without an atomic breath? You gotta hit it at least once, and you can't really do anything with the ultimate move until you build this meter down here, which we're not gonna do. Like I said, I don't want this video to be forever long, so we're gonna stick him in probably the B category. Maybe the A, like maybe if you use him a lot, he could be an A, but for me, he's in B. And with our final kaiju of the day, I was kind of conflicted here. I didn't know if I wanted to put Godzilla Ultima in S tier or A tier. I think I kind of have a good idea where I'm gonna put him. Let me know where you would put our final kaiju of the day in the tier list. Me personally, he does have an S tier atomic breath. I mean, you can't really argue that very much. You know, him and Godzilla -1 probably have the best atomic breaths of all time. Unless you add in like Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla had a really good atomic breath as well. And as far as the moveset on Godzilla Ultima in this game, it's not the best, definitely not the worst. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank our final kaiju. Let me roar first. Let me hear the roar. I mean, look at the glowing on the back and the tail and everything. So the details do give him, you know, a little bit of an up factor here. We're gonna go ahead and rank him into the A category. And this is what we have as the final tier list, guys. What do you think about it? Let me know if you would have changed anything in the comments. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. I love ya. Goodbye.
I got a new fashion. This is a new day. Look at your vocab.